Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, just some of the names that have started off this trend of college athletes should be paid and why they should be paid. And this is a topic that's been growing over the years, and a lot of people have been gaining interest in this because of these athletes, these star athletes speaking out upon it, even when they are in the NFL. And something that has just happened is that in February this past year, in 2019, California law passed a law that college athletes in California, the colleges in California, such as Stanford, Sacramento State, those athletes will be able to make money off their likeness and wellness. And just to go along about this is that the NCAA was very negative about this at first, but moving on into the future, about 2 months ago, the NCAA passed, unanimously voted that, and starting in 2021, student NCAA athletes will be able to start making money off their likeness and wellness, which, if for the people who don't know likeness and wellness, it's kind of just like people buying your jersey with your name on the back and stuff like that, and you'll be able to make money off those jerseys. Like for example, Tim Tebow, who played at the University of Florida from 2008 to 2012, he made $0 off his own jersey, yet the University of Florida made $300,000 in 3 days by selling his jersey after the national championship game. Johnny Manziel, another name that I stated in the beginning, made the University of Texas A&M close to $37 million while he played at the University of Texas A&M, which made a lot of people happy at Texas A&M, but not Johnny Manziel, because he's getting none of that money. And the opposing side would like to say, they usually would say something like upon the lines of that student athletes, they get their college paid for, they get all these good things that other students do not get, and that's really not the case. I mean, student athletes get their college paid for if they're on full scholarship, but the kids who are walk-ons do not get anything paid for. And the college athletes are spending 40 plus hours a week doing this, and they can't spend any time doing a job. Coming from somebody who plays Division I football, who is on scholarship, I know I get my college paid for, but it doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, I still have to buy my own food. I have to do all that kind of stuff. I get a meal plan here, but when the halls are closed and stuff, I have to buy my own food from grocery stores and stuff like that, which is money that is not given to by the university. And I wake up at 5:30, work out, have football until 8:30 class, and then from 8:30 class to 12:30. 12:30, I'm done. I gotta get down to the facility at 1 o'clock. I've practice and meetings and lifting again from 1 until 7. Then I have to go eat dinner at a certain place so I can check in and get my meal card. And then I have to go to study tables, which you can't really get work done at because everybody's talking and being disruptive, and you can't do anything about that. And then after that, you have to get your sleep because you're waking up at 5:30 in the morning the next day. And that's kind of just like how a normal day goes in a student athlete's life, and you really aren't getting any kind of money. And like people like Nigel Hayes, former basketball players at the University of Wisconsin, spoke out about this when ESPN College Game Day, who also brings in a ton of money for college athletics, came to Wisconsin for a football game, and he held up a sign, which has really been shown a lot of places about college athletes not being paid. And all in all, college athletes, they spend so much time devoting their time and effort to their school to make their school, their name, their brand, the school's brand, because schools are always just trying to build their brand. They spend all this time just trying to build their brand, and in return, they're not getting anything in return besides what the other side would say is just a tuition. But the tuition, everybody gets tuition. It's how everybody's going to end up paying it off at some point. I mean, and all in all, is that these athletes deserve to be paid more, and they're making money about themselves, and they deserve to make the money that they're making about themselves. I'm not saying that they should make a certain amount of money, every athlete, but if an athlete is making $1 million a year off their own jersey, they should have a stake in that money because it is their jersey that's being sold. So all in all, college athletes should be paid, and there's a multitude of reasons why, and I hope this helps.